Please subscribe math.com and don't forget to hit the bell icon for more video updates.
Hello everyone. In a previous lecture we have seen how you can find the adjoint of a 3 into 3 matrix. Now using the concept of adjoint and determinant, we will find the inverse of a 3 into 3 matrix, and you have to follow the same method for 4 into 4, 5 into 5 and so on. So let's start with the formula that will be used to find the inverse of a 3 into 3 matrix. A inverse will be equals to 1 divided by A determinant multiplied by adjoint of A, adj of A. So it means you have to find the two things in order to find the inverse. One is the determinant of a 3 into 3 matrix and the other is the adjoint of a 3 into 3 matrix. We have found the determinant as well as the adjoint in our previous lecture of 3 into 3 matrices, but for your ease I will revise it here again, and we will do it quickly in order to as we have short time and we have to do a lot of work here. So first we will find the determinant. So our first step is to find the determinant of the matrix. So let's find the determinant of a 3 into 3 matrix quickly, as we have already seen in our previous lectures how you can quickly find the determinant in just 2 minutes. So let's see here how we can do it here. So as we are given with the matrix, so A determinant will be equals to, first you have to start with the plus sign and write this element plus 2 and then multiply it with the matrix. Which matrix? That will be obtained by deleting the row and column in which that element lies. So we will get a matrix that is 1 0 minus 3 5. Got it? Then we have to write the sign as negative. It is according to the determinant formula. You have to write plus first, then minus, and then which element? You have to take this element, that is minus 1, and you have to delete and this column and this row and write the rest of the elements and find the determinant as 1 2 0 and 5. Then lastly you have to write what sign? It will be plus. Keep this in mind, these signs will be opposite, plus minus, no matter which order of the matrix it is. So plus, then we have to do what? We have to take this 0 and delete the row and column and take the rest of the elements to find the determinant. So plus 0 and the rest of the elements are 1 1, although it will become 0, so I'm just writing it for your understanding. So this is how we can find the determinant of a 3 into 3 matrix. So A determinant will be equals to, it will be 2, and the determinant of this 2 into 2 matrix will be 5 minus 0 minus 1 into 5 minus 0 plus 0. So A determinant comes out will be 10 minus 5 equals to 5. So we have got the A determinant. So A determinant is equals to 5. So this is one step we have done with, and we have got this A determinant, and now what left is the adjoint of A. So let's start finding the adjoint in the step 2 as find adjoint. So for finding the adjoint we have here again we have 2 steps. So we will start with the step number 1 as, so step number 1 for finding the adjoint of A is to find the cofactors. So what is the cofactor matrix? Let's write the cofactor matrix quickly, as we have discussed in the previous lecture. So it will be Aij equals to, so this is a cofactor matrix. Now what is A11, A12, A1? Let's write them. So Aij is a 3 into 3 matrix where Ij represents the rows and columns, and cofactors are basically the signed minors. So what signs will be? First we will write the signs, then we'll write the minors. So it will be plus, minus, plus, then minus, plus, minus, then plus, minus, plus. So these will be the signs with the minors. And what are the minors? Let's write them. M11 is the minor of the element at this location, or you can say at this location, or of this element. Then we have M12, then we have M13, then we have M21, M22 and M23, then M31, M32 and M33. So this is a cofactor matrix. What we need to find is just the minors of an element. Minor are basically the determinant obtained by deleting the row and column in which that element lies. The same thing that we have used in the determinant in finding the determinant, we have to use here. I have also given the link of that lecture in which you can easily check how you can find the adjoint of a matrix. So what we have to do, we have to write the M11, M12 quickly here. So if I say M11 is equals to, M11 is the minor of the element, this element, we have to delete this row and this column and find the determinant of the rest of the elements. So it will be 5 minus 0, so M11 will be 5. Then we have M12. M12 is the minor of this element, so we have to delete this row and this column and to find the determinant of the rest 4 elements. So what it will be? It will be 5 minus 0, so it will be again 5. Then we have M13. M13 will be obtained by, as this is the element of which minor we are going to find, so we have to delete this row and this column and this row, and what we will get is the determinant of the rest of the 4 elements, that is minus 3 minus 2, it will be minus 5. So similarly M21 is this element, so what we have to do, we have to delete this row and this column, and what we will get is the determinant of the element by using the rest of the elements as 5 minus 0, it will be 5. Then we have M22, it equals to, M22 is this element, we have to delete this row and this column and to find the determinant by using the rest of the elements, that is 10 minus 0, and it will be equals to 10. Then we will have M23. What is M23? Let's see. M23 is this element, so we have to find the minor of this element, so delete this column and this row and take rest of the elements and find the determinant, as M23 is equals to minus 6 minus 2, it will be minus 8. Then M31 equals to the minor of this element, so delete this row and this column and find the determinant, as it will be equals to 0. Then we have M32 equals to the minor of this element, so delete this row and this column, and what we will get is again 0, as we have zeros in the both diagonals, so M32 is equals to 0. Then we have left with the last one, M33. M33 is equals to 5. What we have to do is we have to delete the row and column of this element, and we will get 2 minus 1, that is equals to 1. Now just put these values here and take the transpose to find the adjoint of the A, as Aij is equals to plus M11, it will be 5, then minus M12, it will be minus 5, then plus M13, it will be minus 5. Then we have minus M21, be minus 5, then plus, it will be 10, and then minus, it will be plus 8. Then we have 0, 0 and 1. So this is the cofactor matrix, and the step 2 is to find the to take the transpose of this matrix in order to find the adjoint of Aij. So adjoint will be equals to the transpose of this matrix. Transpose means change the rows into columns and columns into rows. So first row will become column as 5 minus 5 minus 5. Then the second row will become column as minus 5, 10 and 8. And the last row will become the column as 0, 0, 1. So this is the adjoint of A. So we have got the adjoint as well as the determinant, and finally we can calculate the inverse of A, as A inverse is equals to 1 divided by A determinant into adjoint of A, as we have to divide all the elements of adjoint by the A determinant, that is 5. So let's divide all the elements by 5. 5 divided by 5 minus 5 divided by 5 and 0. Then minus 5 divided by 5. Then 10 divided by 5 and 0, minus 5 divided by 5 and 8 divided by 5 and 1 by 5. So finally we have got the inverse of A as 1, minus 1, 0, minus 5 divided by 5, it will be minus 1, then 10 divided by 5, it will be 2, then 0, then minus 5 divided by minus 1, then 8 by 5, then 1 by 5. So this is the inverse of A. So that's all about how you can find the inverse of a 3 into 3 matrix. Now one thing that is left as an exercise for you, that you have to find that whether this inverse is right or not. For that you have to check by using this method. A inverse should be equals to identity matrix. It means when you multiply this inverse matrix with the original A matrix, you should get an identity matrix of order 3, that is like this: 1 0 0 0 1 0 0, 0, 1. That is a matrix having ones in the diagonal. So if you get a matrix like this, it means your inverse is right. So do it and let me know in the comments that whether my answer is right or wrong. So I am waiting for your comments. That's all from today's lecture. Thank you.